All right. Hello. Thank you so much for hopping on, first of all. I know 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, if you're in on my time zone, that's what time it is not super convenient for everyone. And so we truly appreciate you just taking the time to hop on with us. I'm going to share my screen because I have slides for this because I will wander off and my squirrel brain will make it so that this will take 2 hours and no one wants to be here for that long. So let me share my screen. Right. All right, here we go. So what is coaching? So tonight is our happy hour. I have my wine. I know some of you have water, or Erin has hot water. I don't understand that, but that's her thing. So hot water for Erin. And whatever you're drinking, your drink of choice. We're just happy that you're here. And I tried to make sure that I didn't drink this all before I got on the call so that, because that just could be really funny, but not really the purpose. So what we're going to talk about tonight, we're just going to go over what we do, really. Like, what do we do? How do we do it? What it's done for our lives and who this is for, so that you can at least walk away with a better understanding of what we do as coaches. And maybe it's for you, because I can promise you that when I started this, or when I heard about this for the first time, I did not think it was for me at all. I was I am an introvert, super introvert. I had 200 friends on Facebook, if that. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't even go, I had never taken a selfie in my life before. It was just seemed like something so bizarre to me. Like I would never do this. But once I got into the community, and honestly, when I started, it was really just for my own benefit. I wanted to get the discount and I was intrigued by the community. And I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and that's lonely. That can be really lonely. And so to have this community of women who were lifting each other up and supporting each other, it was very attractive to me. I was very much involved in that community, even though I didn't post in there. So it sounds like I was posted in my group. Erin knows I did not. So if anyone doesn't know, Erin is my upline. I came in to this because she invited me. And I did not post in the groups at all, but I was in there watching all the time. I was one of those people. So I knew what was going on, but I just didn't really post. I did eventually. But I fell in love with that community. And then once I started learning about other people, like I realized, oh, this girl, she's a coach, and oh, this person, she's a coach. And I thought, well, I mean, they just look like regular people like me. Like they're struggling with things that I struggle with. Like they're not at their like perfect weight or fitness level, but I'm not either. Maybe I could do this. So that's kind of how I got into it and started. So while I'm talking, why don't you go ahead? I know we already dropped in the chat where we're from, but why don't you drop in the chat who invited you to this, to check this out? Because the other thing to remember is if someone invited you to check this out, they really think that there's something special about you that would make you really good at this. And there is not one important special thing anyone needs to have. It takes all kinds of people, right? We are a team full. This is just a tiny snippet of us, but we are all so different. We live different lives. We have different personalities. We have different strengths, different weaknesses, different struggles. But that's the beauty of it, because it lets us help more people. Because the people that might be helped by me may not jive with Erin's story, but vice versa. Runners are definitely going to go towards Erin before they come to me, because everyone knows who follows me that I don't like to run. But that's why it's so beautiful that it doesn't take a specific mold. It is It takes everybody to do it. All right, oops, I think I just jumped ahead. Sorry, let me go back. All right, so before I go on to the next thing, I want to take a quick second to just say what Beachbody is. So if you don't really know, Beachbody is a company that it's like, top of the line fitness programs, amazing trainers. They have supplements and nutritional things, and they are always trying to one up themselves. So they're constantly innovating. They're constantly making sure that they have the best ingredients, the highest, they have a lot of vegan things. They want to make sure that everybody's needs are met with their supplements and their nutritionals. So they're always coming out with new things, and they're always doing their best to be totally clean. That's another thing I really have always loved about them, is that all of their nutritionals and all of their supplements are clean. And a lot of people don't really look at the ingredients of stuff. And I have to be honest, I never did before I started on this journey either. I basically was that girl that was like, oh, this is fat-free, I'll eat that. Or, oh, this is 100 calories, I guess I'll have 5 of these. Like, that was my mindset. But when you start this and you start really looking at the ingredients of these things, you'll be amazed. It is all healthy, natural, and the best quality. And then here, there's just a couple little things that are showing that are coming up. So the 4-week gut protocol in that top right corner, that is a new program. It hasn't even launched yet. Going to be amazing. 4 weeks to basically figure out if you have any sensitivities to foods, to kind of like reinvent your gut health, so that there's so many things that are affected by your gut health, like your skin, your metabolism, your digestion, your energy level, your everything, your whole body. It's basically like the brain of your insides. And so having healthy gut flora is huge. And that's what this is going to be about. On this bottom right-hand corner, that was a huge day, because just a few months ago, Beachbody went public on the New York Stock Exchange. So they had to go through a lot to get to that point. So when people kind of doubt, like, oh, is this a real thing? Like, trust me, to get your company public on the New York Stock Exchange, you have to be the real thing. They don't just let anyone do that. So if you want more information on that, look it up, because it's way over my head to go into all that stuff. But we were all really excited about it, because it's definitely a big benchmark for our company. And then the middle one, Body Interactive, that's new this year. And it's so cool, because you can actually go live in a program, in a workout with a trainer that watches you. And I actually just did one 2 nights ago, or last night, I can't remember now, 2 nights ago, I think. And it was so awesome, because the trainer literally picked someone out, and she was like, oh, so-and-so, you just need to straighten your back a little when you're doing this. So they make corrections live, like while you're doing your workout, just like you were at like the gym in a class, except you're in your own home, and it's clean and more comfortable. So that is an awesome platform that we have just launched. So that's just some of the stuff that is newer. And I feel like pretty much every 3 months, Beachbody is coming out with something new and innovative, whether it's a product, a supplement, or a program. All right, who are coaches? First of all, I have to just move my, my cat is on my shoulder. Sorry, if anyone saw her. I can't read the bottom, so hang on, bear with me 1 second. All right. So who are coaches? Anyone. Like I said before, basically, it doesn't matter where you are on your fitness journey, or if you are someone who is shy, or if you are, a super crazy busy mom. This is for anybody. Maybe not for people who are super negative and think that nothing will work, because we all know those people, right, in our life, where there's just people that are just those real negative Nellies. So that's why it says anyone who ditches the yeah buts. So once we can let go of that, well, maybe that will work, yeah, but kind of thing, we got to let those go. So if you're someone who can let that go and just open your mind to the possibilities, that's who we're looking for. Um, Anyone who wants to make their health and fitness a priority in their life. So I think now more than ever, we all know that your health is the most important thing that you have, right, to take care of, because without your health, you literally have nothing. And when you are taking care of your body, especially if you start, now versus 5 years from now, or even 2 years from now, your body will pay you back. So making sure your fitness is a priority is so important. But to get to do it in this environment is a blessing. And then, of course, anyone who's craving an additional income. And I mean, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are like, well, I don't really need the extra money. And I have to just say, that's got to be pretty much a big lie, right? Like, who couldn't use a little extra income, even if to just, save it for their future or retirement or vacation, or save it for their children when their children are, getting there. There's always a reason. And I think the majority of people really would benefit from a cushion, right? Like, even if you're someone who lives comfortably and you're not stressing about paying your bills, having a cushion to fall back on when something happens to your car, or your washing machine dies, or your roof starts leaking, or your kid wants to go to Harvard. That's a big thing, right? Like, we want to be able to not have to worry and stress about that stuff. So having an additional income can never be a bad thing. All right, I am going to turn this over to Erin. She can chat for a little
All
bit.
right. Okay, so what do we do as coaches? So first off, you do not have to be an expert. You do not have to be a fitness junkie. You really, at the core of it, it comes down to taking care of you from the inside out. And as challengers, if you're already in one of our groups already, we talk about growth mindset. We talk about focusing on your nutrition and getting your results within your program. So if you're doing that already, if you're already working on yourself, you're the first step in the right direction to begin your business if you choose to. Because really, as coaches, what we do is we focus on our growth, and then we'll teach you, we will mentor you and show you how you can create your story to inspire others to join you. You'll learn how to use tools like social media. You'll learn how to use tools like email marketing. But really, it's just one thing at a time, where when you're working on yourself, it's just grabbing a friend, it's grabbing a coworker, it's grabbing a cousin, a sibling, an aunt, a brother, a sister, and saying, hey, I'm finally feeling amazing. My energy feels so much better. Why don't you do this with me? And you'll be able to create an environment for your family, your friends, your loved ones, and folks that you're able to connect and build relationships with over time, whether it be in person or virtually. We're going to be able to help you set up a system so they get results, because it's about you getting results, you helping others get results, and then teaching them how to help others get results. It's really that simple. And that's why I feel like I need to emphasize this on a whole nother level, that Beachbody could truly just throw our stuff online for anybody to grab. They could have put our DVDs in Walmart years ago, but they didn't. Why? Because Carl Daikeler, our CEO, knew, he's like, how this really works is going to come down to helping people get results, so they become evangelists of the program, because they're excited, they feel good, they can't help but talk about it. And then them helping inspire their friends and their family, and truly creating the ripple effect. And that's what we get to do. We get to create a ripple effect when we take ownership of our health and then turn it into a business. And I have to say, beyond the fact that I've retired from my full-time career, I was a general manager of Olive Garden restaurants for 12 years. And I have to say, before I finish what I'm saying, income's not guaranteed at all. It comes down to diligence, work, and effort, which also means, as a coach, There's no cap on the potential. But I'll have to say that one of the most amazing things for me as a mom is hearing my 11-year-old say to me just this week, "Hey, Mom, I've decided I really want to get ready for spring sports season. And I know I've been doing training already, but I went down on your bike and I saw there's a 7-day program called Clean Week. And she doesn't look too scary. So I think I'm going to give it a try because I really want to focus on my energy." If I wasn't a coach, if I wasn't working on myself, if I wasn't actively teaching my kids by my actions, by celebrating conversations, I'm sure they overhear me and my husband talk about folks that I'm celebrating, that I'm excited about, that their lives I get to play a role in by being a coach. I don't know that Tenley would be so fired up to be on, now she's on day 3 of Clean Week. And it's because she has a healthy relationship with her body. It's because she wants to feel good and she wants to feel strong. And as a mother of 3 girls, that is probably one of the greatest gifts that I can give my children. And now, as a coach, I get to gift that knowledge and support to other women who also have sons and daughters. And we get to create that ripple effect. So don't overthink it. You don't need to be the social media expert. You don't need to have hundreds of friends on Facebook. We're going to teach you how to use all the tools, and we're going to help you help others along the way. Kelly, want to take it away to the next slide? You're on mute, friend.
Thank you. I'll start over. When do we work our business? So first and foremost, we do it when we make time to do it. There is no specific time or amount of time. It all comes down to your personal goals. But most of us work it in pockets of time. So many people work a full-time job, while they're doing this on the side, and therefore they don't have 3 hours in the middle of the day to sit down and do this. So they get up a little early, they do a little in the morning, they do a little on their lunch break, maybe they get home and while the kids are taking baths and stuff, maybe they do a little then. It's just small pockets of time that you can fit in to do the things that are going to grow your business. And that's the stuff that we help you with too. We help you figure out what are the things that you need to do to build your business? And you do those things in your pockets of time, and the sky's the limit. And sorry, my doors are popping open because I have my windows open. You decide when, depending on your goals. Good night. And then my husband comes in. Depending on your goals. So you will either want to jump in and kind of just take it slow. Maybe you just want to pay for your shakes every month. So you want to earn enough to do that. That's fine. We can show you how to do that. Or maybe you want to do something where you earn a little bit more so that you can save for a vacation for your family, like a big vacation every year. Awesome. We can help you do that too. Or maybe you want to be someone who does this full time. And that's what I do. I do this full time. And by full time, I mean, I work about 3 hours a day, at least 5 or 6 days a week on it. Sometimes 4 hours, depending. But it all depends on your goals. And I know a lot of people, one of the biggest struggles is this idea of, well, I have too much going on. I don't have enough time to do it. And I can promise, and I should have had Erin do this one, because Erin already knows what I'm going to say, is that she already said she was a general manager of Olive Garden restaurants. She worked like insane amount of hours. I remember watching her when I started and thinking, okay, I was a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I had a 2-year-old at home with me, but I was at home. She was working like 50, 60 hours a week on weekends, late nights, early in the morning, like crazy hours. And she still was doing this. And not only was she doing it, she was doing it with like so much passion behind it that that's what, when I hear people say, oh, I don't really think I have the time, I just wish you could just try it. Just try it. Because once you get into this community and you feel what it's like to be part of this amazing movement of people just really pouring our hearts out to help others, and then you get that first message from someone that says, oh my gosh, I just lost the 5 pounds I've been struggling to lose for 2 years. It may seem simple, but it makes my heart full when I get those messages, because we all know what that feels like, right? To struggle. Maybe it's not with weight, maybe it's with something else. But when you have that internal struggle and you just feel like, oh, right, like I just want to give up. And then someone helps you get over that. Oh, it is such an amazing thing to be part of that, to have that piece that you got to do that for someone else, and literally by taking care of yourself. So I say, even if you think you're the busiest person in the world, just try it. If it intrigues you and you think, oh, but if I did have the time, I'd do it, you just need to try it. Because I promise you, once you're involved with us, not to say we're awesome, but we're awesome, you won't want to leave. Even if you just come for our calls, you still won't want to leave.
So where do we work from? We work from anywhere. It's that simple. We work from anywhere. And just to piggyback on what Kelly said and about time management and not having enough time, have any of you ever felt like you were meant for more? Like growing up as a kid, you were like, I am gonna do amazing things. Maybe you play that game MASH with paper and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have the mansion. I don't want the shack. I want the mansion. And you'd be like, oh, that's what I would sit there. I'd be like, okay, I want that. I want that. You know, not this. This wasn't MASH. MASH was the square that we drew out, right? But we'd like land on the things and be like, okay, this is my future. And our future was so bright and so big. I can tell you that as a kid, I can remember thinking I am meant for something big. I don't know what. I was meant for something big. I knew I wanted to make a difference in the world. And as life went on and I grew up and things happened, I kind of just fell into a career. And I kind of just got stuck in the monotony of things. I had a paycheck, I have a job, I have my husband I love unconditionally, the kids that I love unconditionally. But as far as for me, for Erin, not mom, not wife, not restaurant manager, but Erin, I felt empty. And I felt like I was meant for more. And I was missing out on what could have been. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was supposed to be. I just knew I was supposed to do something. So when this opportunity fell into my lap, I saw it as a chance to find my purpose again. My purpose beyond being mom and career woman. My purpose beyond being wife. And let's be honest, housekeeper, chef, laundry, connoisseur, whatever the word I want to use for it, but you know what I mean? Like I wanted more than that. And this is what this business gifted me. So even when I was working 50, 60 hours a week at the restaurant, I was working the holidays, I was working the weekends, I was on conference calls on my days off from the restaurant. I can remember being at home on days off from the restaurant. Thursday was my special day with Tristan and Tenley and Reagan. They knew Thursday was my consistent one day off during the week. And I can remember being in bed, getting a text from my opening cook saying the manager wasn't there. And I drove 45 minutes to the restaurant with my kids in their jammies, Reagan in the car seat, walking in with the staff, trying to figure out how we're going to get the restaurant open, let alone who can come in so I can take my kids home. And my point is when I found this passion, because I believe so much in the gifts that we get to offer people, which is to really take control of their health and their life back and potentially their freedom with the business, I knew I had to find a way to make it work. And so where did I work from? Quite honestly, hiding in the bathroom at Olive Garden restaurants in Stoughton, Massachusetts. Because I used to sneak my phone into the bathroom with me and do a few minutes of work anytime that I could. because I believed in it so much. And not to say I neglected my job. I didn't. I did a really great job with my career, but I found ways to make it work. I used to show up to the restaurant 10 minutes early, and I would sit in the parking lot to do 10 minutes worth of work. Now, understand, when I started my business, my goal was never to leave the restaurant. My goal was just to make some extra money, save some stuff in my Shakeology, and help some people. But as my goal evolved, because my business evolved and my vision evolved, I was able to adjust and make things work to do more. And now here I am. It'll be, I think, 4 years retired from the restaurant and at home at night, giving my kids a kiss goodnight every night at bedtime. I get to be the first lady of softball because my husband likes to volunteer for all the coaching and be now president of the league. I get to be there for drop off and pick up because that's what I get to do now, because I was able to make the sacrifices then to build the life I have now. And so this can be whatever you choose it to be. So if you want to do more, you can do more, and we will teach you. If you just want to hang out and kind of do what you can, do what you can, but you work from anywhere. And that's the gift of it. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
All right, so I just have to give you a heads up, mostly for Erin, that for some reason my Zoom is telling me that it's going to shut off in 5 minutes, which is unexpected because it's going to take me longer than that. So I'm going to kind of go through a little quick. And then maybe what we'll do is we had a little bit of like a on the spot Q&A for a couple of coaches. Maybe what we can do is we can record that after and send it to people who want to see that, because I don't know that we're going to get to it and I don't want it to just abruptly end. So how do we earn an income? When you start, you're basically just starting to share your journey. And that's all we do as coaches, is we share our journey. And when we share our journey, it's usually because we've fallen in love with the things that we're doing, with the programs, with the Beachbody On Demand, with Shakeology. Shakeology totally changed my life from the inside. So it's those things. And when other people join us to do a program and then they want to get Beachbody On Demand, or they want to try Shakeology, they buy a challenge pack, we earn a commission. So when you start, that's where you start. We earn a commission. As you grow, if you decide you want to grow a team and you want to build a bigger business, then you get things called team volume bonuses, which are more residual types of income. I'm not going to get super into it because that will definitely take long. So if you want much more specific details on that, just reach out to the person that invited you, because we can give you all the details. And then as you grow your business and you move up in the ranks of the company, then you can earn quarterly bonuses and matching bonuses. And the potential for income is basically limitless. And Erin did say before the income disclosure, but it is also at the bottom of every screen on the right-hand side. If you look, it is written right there for you. So it is based on your effort. It is work, but we get paid to do the work. So it all works out. All right, I'm going on to the next. Let Erin.
All right, so next step. So let's say you are someone who's like, okay, I don't know if I'm 100% ready, but I know I need something in my life like this. Where do I go from here? So first step, I want you to reach out to the coach or the person that invited you, because what we'll do, if you don't already have your total solution package, we'll get you set up. We have a promo code, you save $20 on it. And the only investment in your business is to take care of yourself. You don't have to carry in any inventory. You don't have to turn around and try to sell things that you buy. All we do is invest in you. And then moving forward, you're going to get a 25% discount on all of our products. And we have a monthly business fee of $15.95. And I'm saying this fast in case it shuts off. But if you or your significant other served in the military, first off, thank you for your service. Secondly, Beachbody does a discount for all of our military members or spouses. So the $15.95 monthly business fee completely gets waived, and you can start earning your money back right away. So for example, if you're someone who comes in to do job one, let's say you've never bought anything from us before, and you grab the job one challenge pack. Right now, it's currently a bundle package available for $179, like 95. But with our $20 off coupon code, it's about $160. So $160 to invest in your business, your fitness for the year. 30-day supply of Shakeology and everything you need to be successful. So here's the thing, you start your business and you're ready to go. Our goal is to help you help 5 people right out the gate, because every person you help get the same sale, the same package, you'll have a promo code, you're going to earn back $50 per person. So if you help 5 people, $50 per person, that's $250 back in your pocket. So you've already made your $160 investment in your own personal journey plus extra. But here's the thing, when you help 5 people either get set up as a coach, because they also too are like, hey, you know what, I might as well get paid to work on my New Year's resolution too. I'll do the business too. Or maybe they sign up as a preferred customer. What happens is when you sign up 5 people to be coaches for the discount or to work the business, for every 5 people in a 5-week period, you earn an extra $100 bonus. So right there, that's how you can make your first $350 for Beachbody for your $160 investment on your program that you're going to get amazing results with. That's 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, simple nutrition, and all the support you need. And you're going to get all the tools you need and how you're mentored, how you're supported. And Kelly and I are not going anywhere. We are here to support you. Your leaders are here to support you. And in the back of your head, if already fear is setting in and worry that, oh my gosh, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? What if the programs don't work for me? I don't know. That's okay. Yes, we're here. So we're back from intermission. Here we go. Ready?
Go.
So I want you to remember that there's always an option. If you go into this and you're starting your program, you're starting the nutrition and you're like, this isn't for me. I made a bad decision, which I doubt you will. But if you do, there is a 30-day money. That's not only for our challenge groups, but also as coaches as well. So you have that in your back pocket. So even if you give it 27 days and then you're like, you know what, this isn't going to work, you can get your money back. What businesses do that? Like where can you go franchise a location somewhere and be like, oh, I'm just going to get my money back now? No, this is so simple and really no risk. Kelly, you want to take it away to the next screen?
See if I can manage it. I think it's funny too, because no one who's in these pictures except for Erin knew that they were going to be in these pictures. But I love these pictures, so hope you don't mind because I didn't ask your permission. All right, why become a coach now? Obviously, we mentioned some of these before. A community of friends. The people that are, most of the people that are on this call, all the people that are in that picture, I actually live fairly near most of them, and I get to see them in person sometimes. And I adore them. Like you become friends with these people because we all have the same kind of vibe, right? This vibe of like, we really want to help people and we really want to work on ourselves. And we don't mind pushing each other. And it makes it fun. And it is the first time, and I was in a sorority. And even then I didn't feel as much of a family in that environment as I do with the people on my team. So that alone is one of my favorite things. So that's a big one. You can structure your own success. So whatever you decide your goal is, we give you the tools, but then you get to decide how to use them and how you want to build your team and how you want to build your business. It is yours. And that is a freeing feeling to have something that is just yours. And you get to control it. And if you decide you want a team culture a certain way, you do it. And it's fun. And I think that I can speak for most of us that I never look at this as work. I've never looked at this as work. I've always looked at this as, this is like a fun thing I get to do, but it also pays me. Now, it is work, yes, but it's kind of like, I don't know if you like to garden, maybe I'm the only one. I love to garden. It's a lot of work, right? But I also find it fun. So it's that kind of thing. Like there's a lot of gratification that you get out of being a part of this. And there's no downside. I heard someone say that the other day and I was like, oh, there's downside to everything. And then I was like, wow, actually, there's really not. There's really no downside, because at worst, let's say you're like, it's really not for me. you have met some awesome people and you have improved your health in one way, shape, or form, whether it's that you were drinking Shakeology, so you were fueling your body in a way that you had never done before, or whether it's you've been doing a program and you're becoming stronger. And no matter what, there is no downside. And because there's no commitment, you don't have to stay if it's not working for you, if it's not feeling right for you. You can quit whenever, and there's no penalty against that. You're not going to want to quit though, because you're going to love it. Um, and then, of course, the biggest reason, and which is why I put these photos up there, is you do it for yourself, for your family, right? I know, I mean, I always think that Erin's story is a big impactful story because she went from working a lot of hours when she had 4 children and to being home with them. Now she works on this business. She makes time for this business. She sacrifices some time to do this business, but it's nothing like she used to sacrifice. So that is huge. Now, not everybody is going to have that big story. My story is not that big. I was already home with my kids, but I was going to have to go back to work eventually when my daughter, my youngest, went to preschool. So doing this helped me not have to go back to work and work for someone else. I get to work for me. So yesterday my daughter was homesick from school. No big deal. I actually kind of like it because I get to sit on the couch with her all day and watch movies. So, it's not too bad. And I am building this business to create a legacy for my family. And that's not for everyone either. But for me, that's my goal. I want my family to see, especially I have 3 daughters, and I want those 3 girls to see first that it doesn't weight and health. Weight is not the thing. Health is the thing. And it's amazing to watch. Like my oldest, she's 22. She doesn't even live at home anymore. She'll send me pictures of her dinner that she made because she'll be like, look, Mom, it's so healthy. Because even though she used to eat like crap when she was in high school, now that's what I've taught her by just living that life. And all my kids they know like what's a treat, what's not, what they should be eating, what they shouldn't. They know those things. And that is going to benefit them forever. So these are our big reasons why you should try it. And then the other reason goes back to there's no downside, because why not? Why not try it? There's no reason I could think of to not at least give it a shot to see if it is for you, like I realized it was for me, even though before I was like, I don't know anything about health and fitness. And I know a lot of people think that, but just try. Now, I also hope that no one wants to kill me after this call for putting our bodies up there in bathing suits, but everyone is beautiful, so I did it.
I love that. And that was such a fun day at the beach. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to get all like weepy thinking about that. Okay. So what if it worked? I'm going to read this. And I just want you to take a breath as I'm reading this and saying this. I want you to picture your life, what it could be like 1 year from today. February 17th, 2023. If you decided to push fear aside, worry aside, what people think, what could go wrong, and instead think about what could be if you leaned into your potential, if you followed your heart and you did the courageous thing and took a leap of faith, what could life look like? February, and I keep looking at the dates, we don't forget, February 17th, 2023. Because I know for me, when I started in August of 2014, if you told me life would be what it is now with my family, not that life is perfect, because it's not perfect, but that I had the freedom to live the life that I do, that I could feel confident and comfortable in my skin in a 2-piece bathing suit with a bunch of women at the beach this summer who are empowered and caring and loving and kind. And if it wasn't for this business and wasn't for this opportunity, wasn't part of our groups, I wouldn't know them. The only one I would know of is Kelly. And it was because she was friends with my sister, but we weren't friends. We didn't chit chat. It would be, hi, how are you? Good to see you at a birthday party. That was it. we would have never had the relationships we do now. So what if it worked? Courage has a ripple effect. Every time we choose courage, we make everyone around us a little bit better, and the world a little bit braver. And our world can stand to be a little bit kinder and braver. That's by Brené Brown. And so together, let's have courage. Let's make a change. Let's make an impact from the inside out. And just like the pebble in a pond, let's create that ripple. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your coach, reach out to myself and Kelly. Our team is here to support you. We adore you. And let's link arms and do this together, because I know for me this summer, going to St. Louis with the crew and all the future events coming up and all the future groups and our dreams. And our team is talking about skydiving this year. So that's one of our bucket list things, which I know their eyes just went, oh, hell no. We've got big dreams this year. Gracie's in. So that's Gracie and So we've got some big things that we're working on this year, and we want you to be a part of it every step of the way.
All right. Do we want to put two people, actually one person that's here on the spot?
Yeah.
For just a couple questions. All right, I'm gonna let you, I think you have the question.
Yeah. Gracie Lynn. So Gracie, would you mind sharing with us? So I'm 7 years in, Kelly is about 7 years in, like we've been around the block for a bit, and Gracie is a couple years in, and she's part-time, she's a full-time career. And I'd love to hear from you, Gracie. If you were to talk to someone right now who's really considering making this a true business, like really lean in, what would be your words of advice to somebody who's considering becoming a coach?
I think the impact that it has on the rest of your life is not always considered at the beginning. So I know when I was on the fence and when I was first considering becoming a coach, I was, thinking about the income aspect. I was thinking about, being able to help others on their fitness journey, because, I'd been doing it for 6 months. So I felt like an expert at that point. No, just kidding. But I felt like I had learned some things that I could share those things. I was one step ahead of someone else, and I could share what I had learned so far with them. But I didn't realize how it would impact everything else. And so I would just tell them to consider just how big their goals can get if they start with these little goals now. I know for me, like my morning routine has drastically changed the way that I live the rest of my day. I'm now actually taking time for myself first thing in the morning. I'm doing a daily devotional. I get my headspace right. I'm thinking about my goals every single day. And so I'm not just, snoozing my alarm 1,000 times and dragging myself to work and be like, oh, another day. I'm actually waking up excited to start another day and to pour more into myself so that I can pour more into those around me. So yeah, I would just encourage them to think about all the possibilities, all the different things, like you said, the ripple effect, that it can affect their relationships and the way that they look at themselves in the mirror in the morning, and all the other ways that it can help them grow in their life, not just financially or not just in this amazing community, which I always plug because I love you ladies so much, but just in every aspect of their life.
And it's kind of the same question, but not. So I want to hear from you. What has coaching truly done for you? Like really done for you, versus where you were before you started to now?
Yeah. So You spoke about it a little bit earlier today when you were saying, you always thought that you were meant for more and you always, looked at that mansion. I always would scroll Pinterest and see all of these like big, beautiful, bright white kitchens and these like at-home gyms and all of these things that I'm like, I want that, but I'm like, I'm a social worker. I make next to nothing. Like I am in the field of helping others, but I had thought, growing up with a minister as a mom, every job where you help someone, you don't get paid anything. And so I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, how can I do what I love and still reach these big goals and aspirations that I have? And I feel like this is the how, this is what can take me from dreaming big to actually making those things goals to making them reality. So I think it's really inspiring to know that you can help people, but still actually make money at it in order to reach those big goals.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. All right. I think that's it. We made it without too many more glitches. I will be honest, my computer almost just died because I didn't realize my daughter had accidentally unplugged it earlier, but I got it. I saved it just in time. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us and checking this out, and reach out to the person who invited you if you have questions, especially. And don't be surprised if the person who invited you follows up with you tomorrow and asks you, what'd you think? What was your favorite part? That's always my favorite question to ask someone is like, what was your favorite part? Because we talk about so many different things when we talk about this business, and sometimes the income draws people in, sometimes the community draws people in, sometimes it's the fitness. And so I'm always curious, like, well, what part did you like the best? So let the person know, what did you like the best about it? Because we always like to know, and we are never gonna be pressury or weird. We don't do that. So don't stress about that. We always just want to put the information in your hands so that you can make the best possible choice for yourself. So that's it. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for hanging out with us. Bye.